what should we do? All the jokes have become the news. Take the black pill they're prescribing you. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. There is nothing to say, nothing you can do. The government and media just lie to you. Sit back and laugh, it's overdue. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The host is a cripple, he can't stand gravity or the man. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The show is the chat Johnny doesn't understand. We don't care what he has planned. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over.
Welcome, everybody. Oh, dear Lord, I forgot to turn on the lights. That's why that looks like that. All right. There we go. Fixed it. Like magic. Anyway, still need to adjust some of that lighting, though. I think that might be part of the problem. Anyways, let's, is that better or worse? Indifferent. Anyway, where's that? Boop. Our Lady Digger might be joining us later. No lo CVQ, Johnny Esteban. I don't speak Spanish. I'm sorry. I don't speak Spanish. Digger's joining us today, but not for a while. She'll get here when she's done with her lovely stream. She's over on her channel doing her her reading. R.I.P. Digger, she will be missed. She's just off doing her stream. Here, I bet I could pull it up, too. I bet she's live right now. Let's check. Yeah. What do you mean R.I.P. Digger? Don't R.I.P. my gal. She's right. See, she's right there doing her thing. It looked like I just touched a boob. Ha! There's something you don't see every
Sitting
day.
on a plate right over there. So that's what I get to have with my yogurt for lunch today. Very, very good.
God, she's so Canadian. She is so Canadian. But now it looks like your guys' chat is on her show. So congratulations for that. Bullshit. That's a digger. That's AI digger. Hashtag not my digger. Hey everybody, says Phil Symbols. Hey everybody, RIP digger / Johnny. What are people saying RIP digger / Johnny? What's this news about? You guys fallen into another one of those loopholes? She's doing her own stream she always does her own stream. She's gonna join us later. Speaking of RIP all the trolls who aren't gonna come in today to gloat about being right because they weren't, and they certainly won't come in today to give me credit for being right because they never do. But I was right. I told you it wasn't a thing. I was wrong about the photo. There was a photo, but that's it. Back doing shows today, moving on with his life, and I, quite frankly, don't want to keep track of his life on my show. I do a small enough show as it is. Be a win if we could just do my show. Quit, sniff, glue, nobody's dead. It's Canada. Right, it's Canada. Blame Canada. He was arrested and booked. That's what you were denying. I was denying that there was an arrest and a booking, and I said that I simply didn't trust the people that were suggesting it to me. But I also immediately said I was wrong. See, this is the weird part. This is the part that, we triggered him. No, this is the part that I let myself get over-amplified about on the show. It's the fact that nobody else can admit they were wrong. When I found people I trust, sources I trust, I go, oh, I guess I was mistaken. I was wrong. One of the favorite phrases I have on this show is I'm wrong. The idea that, like, we're all fallible. We all make mistakes. I made a mistake yesterday by denying and again, it wasn't that I didn't believe it would happen. I didn't believe the sources. I had a trustable source, and I believed it. I trust Rusty thought you would too. Again, when I was corrected, this is what they want. You spurging out like this is the goal. I'm not spurging out. Again, you're wrong a lot of the time. Maybe put down the bong for 2 minutes. The bong's over there. We only use it on hype trains. And again, plenty of people are wrong a lot of time. Like I said, I was right about yesterday when I said it wasn't a thing. There was a photo that I was wrong about that, but it wasn't a thing. It's again, nobody was arrested yesterday. Didn't do a show yesterday because he wanted to take the night off apparently, but he did a show this morning. So again, it's just that I admit, and that's the other thing too. Like, oh, you wouldn't admit that? No, I literally did on the show. Anyways, Saint Caesar saying, howdy, Johnny. That photo also looked photoshopped as fuck. I don't know about the photo being photoshopped as fuck, but Johnny is brainwashed just like Cheeto. I guess so. Thanks for the clip. Boom. Doom. Big fan. You don't get a mugshot without being arrested. Again, he's arrested. He's in jail. Those were the parts I was denying. That is true. He's not arrested. He's not in jail. They booked him and put his mugshot up? Again, he didn't spend any time he wasn't in jail last night. I spoke to him after the show. All right. Like I said, I can admit that I was wrong about the photo, especially when several people I trust told me I was wrong, including Digger. Digger came on the show. Digger literally on the show was like, oh, honey. Oh, no, there is a photo. He's on the list. Like, yeah, he's on the list. But again, I don't know. Why would I lie on his behalf? What would I gain? I literally talked to him when y'all were spurging and saying he was locked up. Yeah, and that's the part. He got bailed out. That's getting arrested. Johnny and I were in a Doom clip. Did you see it? No, I don't watch clips. Clippers clip the show. Good for you. He was on jail. 1 minute in jail is still in jail. Yeah, but it's the people saying he was at the time. And by the time people were, you know what? This is about as much time. I'm going to cover it in the beginning of the show. Then I'm going to move on. And if the chat needs to spurg about it, we can pull yesterday's unfortunate, like, I hate having to be a parent and just be like, oh, I can't have the chat on here because I guess. But isn't it amazing that jail Aaron is in allowed him to not only stream, but wear his civilian attire? Recreate the basement scene, allowing him to stream. It's amazing. The delusion is why you make Coinstar money. Again, another spin for the toe. Will you cry first, at least? What? You were explaining it well, and he just wasn't listening. Who was explaining it well? Why was he on the jail? Strange place to be. Again, I don't know about those specific facts. I was simply saying he's not in jail when people are like, oh, he's in jail. No, he isn't. People were telling me that he wasn't. And then after the show, he definitely wasn't. And again, like I said, I was wrong about the photo and being listed on the jail roster thing. I was wrong about those parts. I admitted that. But I'm pretty sure from the evidence of the show this morning, he's not in jail. He's not going to be in jail for the next 6 months. I don't have to are you going to do Toe's show for him? Like, no, because he's doing his own shows. The fucking golf event, well, I guess scratch the golf event. Well, I guess it's still on. So, Johnny, will you appear on Pretty Antisocial Podcast? They wanted me to ask. No, because I don't want to appear on pro or anti steel toe shows to just discuss steel toe goss. I don't care. If they wanted me to be on to have something to do with me that wasn't give us dirt on Aaron, maybe, but I don't really know them. I don't pay attention to them. And again, I don't want to be pro. I'm not going on other shows. Like, I'll talk about my opinions of shit on my show, but I'm not going to go on other people's shows to fucking fillet or condemn the toe. I'm I'm not going to go on other shows. Aaron is this and Aaron's that, and y'all don't understand. And I'm not going to go on there and be like, they're the greatest people ever. Like, I'm not doing it. Not doing either. So, yeah. Why is everybody asking Johnny to come under their shows to discuss other shows? Why do they not just want Johnny for Johnny? Oh, that's a very interesting question, Danger Bear Wolf. They don't give two shits about me, which is fine. That part I could care less about. They don't give a fuck about me. I'm a little boring show that just tries to goof around, have fun, and talk about the news. So there's no real drama there. And so, yeah, I just don't. Another win for the egg chair. Thank you, MSO. Speaking of which, the whole move thing, the egg chair is planning to come with, and obviously we have to know where we're going first, but the goal with the moving thing is to bring the egg chair back full time, because as long as I don't have to roll it in and out, because I can't use it every day, especially with how bad my body's getting. I can't use it like for everyday stuff like gaming or prepping the shows or whatever. But I've got a couple ideas on just changing the way we do cameras on this setup and everything else that might that goddess willing. God or goddess, I guess. Why be gender exclusive, you misogynistic cunt? But yeah, I want to bring the egg chair back, which is why I've been keeping my daughter from playing in it. She's like, Daddy, can I play in the egg chair? And I'm just like, but if we break it though. But yeah, I'd love to bring the egg chair back. Johnny, our Doom clip is trending on X. Woo! Yay! Thank you, Doom, for clipping the show, I guess. I hope she at least listed the channel. Doom's pretty good about that stuff. Do you think Aaron's going to be able to... I don't think he wants to. I get the sense that he wants to be done with it, like talking about it on his show. I don't want to keep talking about it today on this show. I took about as much... Thank you, Fettuccine Poo-Poo. Yeah, I'm done talking about it on this show, like, especially in the chat. So if it keeps cycling in the chat, like I said, we can just take the chat off the screen. I don't want, Rusty, don't get banned.
We don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
But I took, like, I didn't deserve a big victory lap after yesterday, especially. But where's the bell? The heck? Did the kid take my bell again? It's not a toy, baby. Oh, there it is. There it is. Found it. Why was it that far under the desk? Either I kicked it. Yeah, I kicked it. Let's be honest. Kiddo doesn't play over here. I kicked it. Don't fucking be a cunt. Anyways, but yeah, I took as much of a run. That Johnny is like a teacher and will take things away from the class if they don't behave. Well, I mean, I'll take the chat off the screen. If the chat being on the screen is a privilege. I like the chat being part of the show. But if the chat is going to do stuff that's not the show, like, I didn't like being Banhammer and whatever and Spurgy and stuff yesterday. So I thought, and when I liked the way that it went when I took it off the stream. We take the chat off the stream and we just take it off the stream. Deuces, friends, Rumble doesn't have you a-holes. I don't know what that means. Anyways, but yeah, I took as much of a victory lap as I deserve to take with the whole, like, I was right with my thoughts. I was wrong about specific facts, which I admitted in the moment. Whatever you want from me from that. But yeah, glad for Doom, that clip. Get some likes, get some traffic over on Doom's channel. Clippers be clipping as they do. All right, so Cowbell coming in here for I Taste My Own Pre-Cum. Why do I have to read that name? Prime subscription for 10 months. 10 months. Let's get a better applause track. I got to move this over to the Roadcaster because this is a better applause. Here you guys go. And Cowbell coming in. Bell, yeah! Josie Wales, those glasses are a mistake. And that's why I keep wearing them. Because I choose to. Those glasses are a mistake. Well, the fun part with the glasses and the mistake of them, are you saying they're a mistake because of the reflectiveness? I could buy that. I'm not going to just wear sunglasses. I enjoy doing this because we started doing it. Now it's like, Johnny is very clippable. I mean, I'm emotional like a bitch, yeah. I get emotional all the time. You remind me of Baxter Stockman from the TMT in them shades. So yeah, no, I like wearing the shades for fun. And now it's like people are like, dude, they suck. Like I'll be honest, I've made fun of people for wearing glasses on streams. Like, what are you doing wearing glasses inside? I just we started with what was it, the DJ clothes. Now we're up to the glasses. No, I get emotional a lot. Like I've broken down and cried, what, 2 or 3 times? I mean, is that a lot? Are you that not in touch with your feelings? I'm sad. I'm overly emotional. It's a chemical brain imbalance issue that I literally get medication for. So it's not surprising. I mean, I've made my peace with it if you haven't. 4 times is a lot. I'm not up to 4 yet, though. On stream, I've got 3. I've got the one that happened on Aaron's show. And most of the time they involve, and this is the other part, tripping and falling. So I guess, I don't know. I don't get MS and see how emotional. I don't get MS and see how emotional you get. You're a father, dude. Nut up. Do you think I act this way around my daughter? Again, this is where you live this too much. Again, this is a thing. I don't know if you know this or not. I let myself break down here because my daughter's not here. I have to have strength for those moments. So whatever. You're a father, dude. Nut up. Do you know why I continue to do this shit and put up with these people? Because I make money for my daughter. So I don't know. Whatever. Would you say that tripping is a trigger for you? Tripping is a trigger for me. Kind of. I mean, there's the combination of it's embarrassing as fuck as a grown adult to fall and smack your face on the ground. There's the destruction of property, the mess that I made like that last time, that frickin' water with that Mio in it. The carpet still got red. I took the carpet machine to it once already. Once. And it's still got a fucking red stain. I can see it through the lenses. That's how bad it is. You make $20. Remember. No. Today's goal is $65 a day for this show. And today's goal is down to 35. So thank you very, very much. And the reason it is that low is 2 reasons. One, we don't have a large audience that supports the show, so it can't be a large goal. 2, if I make more than that, I get in trouble with the government. So between what I make helping do another show and the 65 I make, that kind of threads the needle, and I have to file taxes for it and shit. How does water stain a carpet? Mio is a water additive. It comes in these little containers. This one's empty. I've squeezed all the water out. But you squeeze this stuff into your water and it flavors it. There's dyes in here, so you could tell how much you've added to your water. That was what was in the water. Johnny, did you know that Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man in real life? Behold the power of the internet to mentally cripple people. He's not Iron Man in real life. I'm allowed to die, right? Good, I might. What? He squirted that entire bottle of Mio on the carpet like an asshole. No, I squirted the bottle into the water, and then the water spilled. Mio is not good. I'm actually trying to cut off of it, like to cut down. Oh. Wow, okay. Yeah, we'll see you later. That's funny. Taco Bell is hiring, bud. Again, I love that people are like, oh, you make so little money here. Because I can't make more than that. This is more fun to do 5 days a week than work at Taco Bell once or twice a week to make the same amount of money and then like have a whole bunch of other issues. Like, again, I can't make more than, well, we've broken it down. The 65 a day I pull on here is kind of hitting the limit. So imagine making alts to talk about mods. That's, dude, no, balls deep. Imagine. Did you not see how? Bring me back a burrito supreme, Johnny, says Pool Scam Sam. No, I'm not going to do that. There's 2 reasons I won't work at Taco Bell. 1, they won't hire crippled people. And 2, I don't want to work at Taco Bell. I like how I paused for that. Like, I had to really think about it. Like, do I want to work there? Actually, the reason I paused is I wanted to highlight this and say Thank you, Fettuccine El Poo-Poo, for the $20. We appreciate that so much, sir. Freaking awesome. So we get 17, so that puts +2. Or wait, no. Of 10, we get 7. Because they take 30%. So if we get 7 off of each, so yeah, we're just going to count it as 15. And then put that down to $20. So now we're down to $20. That is awesome. Thank you, Fettuccine El Poo-Poo. Really appreciate you supporting the show. And then we'll check the subs and the bits and stuff at the end of the show. So we'll probably hit that, no problem. Graham Poobah with $2. Nice glasses, Johnny. Thank you for the Rumble rants. We appreciate it very, very much, sir. And you get an applause break as well. Mussolini, Johnny, Taco Bell will hire you. Just learn to speak Spanish and claim you don't know the number to ICE. Oh, dude, I had a couple of different ICE stories that I came across. I didn't really want to go through them for the show, but now that you brought up ICE, I will say this. I am grossed out by people who will have public principles about, like, say, being pro-life or pro-choice. I don't agree with those terms, by the way. I believe it's anti-abortion, anti-baby. You're anti-baby if you're I'm pro-choice. No, you're pro-baby murder. That's fine. I'm not saying like, hey, that's your choice. I personally feel like if you get to choose whether or not the kid lives, I get to choose whether or not I pay for it, irregardless of the situation. But whatever. Yeah, I appreciate that, PreyX12. Balls Deep telling me to check PayPal. I have not checked the PayPal yet, so let's go ahead and open that. I haven't even shared the links. If I have to check the PayPal because Balls Deep or other people have been super duper awesome, then humble me some more, Daddy. Holy balls! Balls Deep adding, too bad the F-word chatters aren't funny. Well, I mean, according to them, neither am I. So what are you going to do? Either way, the $50... that takes that down, and that puts us on tomorrow's goal at 30. So now we are all the way through to tomorrow's goal at $35. Thank you very, very much, sir. I cannot stress enough how awesome that is. That is the tits. So, yes, there we go. Boom. Lock it. Love it. Great. Brilliant. I will put those in the chat. Happy to be here, says Balls Deep. Well, happy to have you. Pool Scam Sam, Balls Deep, Fettuccine El Poo-Poo, Saint RN, Saint Caesar, Rusty Grammar, Brett Mack, Chevy JB. Now I have to read all the names because I started. Atomic Ray, King Kong Dong. Let's go. Live chat. PreyX12. Did I say Pool Scam Sam? Jelly for the Smelly. Digger, you can have $32.50 a day when you get here. Again, like that changes how things work. Whatever. Rusty Grammar. Dumbasses think we can't see their account history. Well, I don't fucking care. My body, my choice. However, it is voluntary, and I can't control that I need more loads dropped into me than a laundromat modern hose. Oh, well, yeah. So the hypocritical thing is a very pro-choice lady was trying to use a woman in ICE miscarrying as ICE is so horrible and such a travesty. And it turns out there's a whole lot of details to that lady was not putting forth. But more importantly, it was that she called it a baby. It's like, oh, it's interesting. It's not. It's interesting how prenatal care brings the death of a baby when it's an ICE issue. But when it's a person who's like, but do I want to raise it? I took a load. It was frat night. And you're like, that's not a baby. Hit the goal early without Digger here. Is Digger your hashtag Johnny? Lol, sup people, says Carlos Ramirez. No, Digger is actually, I think, more popular on my show than I am. Like, the fans love her. She plays along with the bits. Like the meat market bit and stuff like that. I don't play along with those things. I don't do that at all. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I'm going to go ahead and share the PayPal links, the merch links. I'm still dealing with Streamlabs over the merch issue. there is an issue with my hat still not being here. I want my Digger Lover hat, and I want my badge that I ordered, but I haven't seen them get them. But one of the orders was delayed. I don't know if like the hat merchant is no longer available. I know that happened with one of the shirt merchants right when I signed up. They weren't available. Like they had just become unavailable. Product had just recently been removed. So we're pinning the PayPal links and stuff. Go ahead and hit those if you want, but if you don't want to, it's fine. Thank you, Grand Poobah, for the $2 and nice glasses comment on Rumble. We did get to it earlier, but I'll mention it again. And we'll pin that up in all three. So now they're pinned in all three. We've talked about that. Share the link to the Help a Cripple Move thing if you want. I would appreciate it. We'll pull it up later. My mom wrote a note to the principal. Your mom wrote a note to the principal? She definitely is. She definitely is more popular than me. Yeah. Pool Scam Sam doesn't like me. But Pool Scam Sam hangs out here for Digger. So thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate you getting in here early and hanging out for the whole show. Just for when so you don't miss a minute of when she shows up. But right now she's over on her thing. She's doing her reading, having fun with her chat. So we'll leave her at it. Our story starts with first. What the hell? Don't sign. No. Sign up for free. This isn't the Jerry Connolly. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I can't get into it anymore. The story. Deceased Representative Jerry Connolly promotes a candidate for his seat. Even though, again, if you missed the first part, deceased Representative Jerry Connolly is promoting somebody for his seat. I want to know if I can find this again. If they locked me out of there. Deceased rep. Can we find another one? June 5th. Deceased New Jersey congressman wins primary. That's not the one. No. All right, I can't find it anywhere but that article from Axios. Well, fuck you. I'm not going there for that. All right. There's two big reasons. What? There's two big reasons why Digger is more popular than you, the show, Johnny. And yeah, I think you know what they are. Mr. Q, I don't know what you're talking about. Hey now, yeah, Rusty Grammar, good to see you. Check it. Playing equals cutting up. Huh? I'm here, but I'm playing with melons. Well, thank you, Riding Dirty Llama, for that amazingly erotic image. I appreciate it. Hi, Johnny. Does your poop shoot need company? Why would you ask that, Lab Glass? Johnny, has God ever spoken to you? No, me and God don't seem to get along. I've repeatedly asked why. I have yet to hear an answer. So instead, I slog through everything I slog through to help keep things running. So they should pay you a bonus just for dealing with the... what? The libel penguin told me Taco Bell is hiring. Jokes on him. I work at Taco Bell from time to time, and their refrigeration equipment is down, making 5 times more than Taco Bell can even pay. Oh, okay. They should shoot you bonus pay for dealing with the smell. I don't know. Taco Bell smell isn't bad. I imagine it's the Taco Bell cook smell that's bad. Still trying to get Johnny to take the cure, says Wild Saffron. No, Lab Glass is just very obsessed with butts. T. Jefferson says giggity, and Carlos Ramirez says boobs. I love the classic calculator boobs. It's been a long time. It reminds me of my childhood. Thank you. Thank you very much. Feels like God skips the good people. I don't know. I'm not a good person. I don't even, and that's the other thing. I'm not a good person because of my limitations and everything. I don't even think I'm a good dad. I pay for stuff. I try to take care of stuff financially, but I can't be like a dad to my kid the way I would like to be, like a full-time dad. can barely do half the stuff a real dad can do. I can hang out with her on the couch from time to time and watch TV shows, and I know people are like, that's important too, and it's like, yeah, it is, and we do it every day. We hang out and we draw. We hang out and we do TV shows, and we watch YouTube videos. She's big into the animals. She loves rabbits. I'll show you if you want later. Johnny, you're better than the hood dads. You show up. That's that low bar. Like, and thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's very, very nice of you. Thank you. Let me give you an appropriate reaction first. Thank you. I just, and it's no criticism of you at all. This is a criticism of me. I don't accept that. Like, oh, well, I'm better than, hood dads, or, oh, I'm better than my dad was. It's not that, oh, your daughter, it matters to her. Right. I'm not discounting that. I'm saying I have to know, and I have to carry every day the knowledge that at my best, as involved as I can be and doing as much as I can, and I am. I didn't want to be a parent initially. I became a parent, and I was very much willing to do all that, but I would want to be a better dad. It's just, she deserves better, if you will. Anyways, moving on for this. Close that, whatever that is. So then we'll get to this first story, because we're already a half hour in, so we should get going. From one day to another, as long as you're doing what you can, brother, that's all that matters. Well, thank you again, Danger Bear Wolf Turtle. But thank you for that. But again, like I said, it's what it is. Anyways, so moving on to this. Spectrum has confirmed an Ohio woman lost her internet access due to, quote, several shotgun blasts to the cable line. We're attacking the cable lines now? Now the cable lines are getting shot at? Why? What's going on in Ohio? How hood is it a hunting accident or a hood situation? I want to know, but it's got to be one of two. All right. Internet giant Spectrum confirmed that an Ohio woman lost her service connection due to, quote, several shotgun blasts to a cable line. All right. I bet this is another written story, because if you had a... Oh, wait, no, we've got a video. Good. Play me that sweet video. You're going to give me an ad.
Help turn businesses into reliably up and running.
Oh, Comcast wants to get an ad on this. I could see why you guys want to put an ad on this. All right, let's stretch you full screen. Now tell me about this horrible event.
Or cable during a storm? Sounds right. Nothing new. But a woman in Middleton Township, she has been without service for more than a week. And the reason why is something you don't hear every day. Steve Iwanek spoke to this customer today and shares this strange discovery.
That's a new one for me.
Was a new one for me, too.
Kathy Seaman of Middleton Township is like many of you.
Not a hunting accident.
She works from home, watches a little TV, nothing unusual. But last week, she started having some problems.
We couldn't get the TV to start, and I have an app on my phone, and it said we were in an outage. I was trying to reboot, and we unplugged and plugged and rebooted and whatever, and it would come up and it would go down and come up and go down.
Spotty internet, the cable signal cutting in and out. And no clue why that was the case for days. Kathy uses Spectrum and says the problem...
Does Kathy have a choice, or is she like Minnesota where it's like pretty much Spectrum or not? Seaman. It was a shotgun wedding that didn't end well. She refused to allow her man to marry corn. Oh, no. That sounds like something that happens where I live, says Mr. Q. Well, I want to know who shot it and why. That's my question. Hit the like button, says PreyX12. Yeah, hit the like button. Like, subscribe, all that fancy shit. We're going for another 3 hours here on this here program. We've got a lot of different stories to cover from the news of the day. And, yeah, we're going to kick it all the way down to 4:30. Our goal is already into tomorrow. Halfway into tomorrow's goal. Awesome. 35 left to go, so anything you throw in counts towards that. We haven't even counted anything from Twitch today, so it's already going to be lower than 35. Hitting that play button.
Started last Sunday. So she called a technician.
Is that the technician, or is that... I pray family member. He looks too young to be your husband. But if he's your husband, okay, I guess. Either way, technician, I gotta say husband. I would be embarrassed if this was our technician. If our technician is hanging out in the shorts above the knee and just kind of looking like Alpha Chad, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. Let's see it play.
To find out why.
I'm not making this up, that the reason that you're having problems is because someone shot up our main power line with a shotgun.
We reached out to Spectrum, and they confirmed it. Quote, "It's true. A line of cable going through a heavily wooded area was recently impacted by several shotgun blasts."
Pull! Dad, why is the cable out? Several shotgun blasts. What were you aiming at? Was it the line specifically? Just, oh, fuck Spectrum.
Our teams responded quickly by placing a temporary cable where they could until a full replacement could be requested or installed. It's unclear when and where this happened. Spectrum says the problem was isolated to one customer, but Kathy's not buying it.
You don't believe it's just you?
No, because the technician told me when he was here that it's not just you.
That's what I love about Spectrum as a cable company. The cable was coming right. The cable's coming right for us. That's what I love about Spectrum. Like, they'll tell you, oh, it's a limited thing. Oh, this isn't a big deal. And then the technicians will come in and throw the company just under the bus. Anything to make the customer happy, to just get this done and move on. Everything about Spectrum. She's got the skills to pay the bills. Good job, Cougar. We don't know she's a cougar, Lab Glass. Her ex-husband pays the mortgage. That's got to be her gardener. Aww. It was all Dick Cheney's fault. Goddamn Dick Cheney.
We've had complaints from other people.
But for now, at least Kathy knows why her service was down. She just wishes she would have got an answer sooner.
It's not okay to lose service 4 or 5 days in a row. I mean, it's not okay. You need to figure out what this is and get. And I said, well, why didn't somebody tell me that this is what was going on?
Steve Iwanek with that report
Kyle,
tonight. Spectrum saying that they are installing a new cable tomorrow morning, fixing the issue. Steve also asked if they filed a police report. They told him no. They believe the issue is isolated and not a threat.
Right. They shot a cable line with a shotgun. I don't know about not a threat. I'll say this. It's impressive. I don't want to watch an ad. I was just trying to stop the one that was on the screen. That's all I wanted while I deal with a temporary bout of slightly weird nausea. All the cable/internet companies are garbage trash. I don't even know about all. Are there any left? Like, you have Spectrum, then you have Elon Musk's like fucking Starlink stuff. And then what's the other satellite one? Direct TV or whatever? I don't know. They all use the no fucks given manual for customer service. Yeah, they all throw each other under the bus. The people tell you the text didn't do the right thing. Nobody cares about the shotgun. Notice nobody cares about the shotgun. I care about the shotgun. Like, the shotgun blasts are kind of the important part to me. Internet is great for the first year, and then prices double. I don't know about double. Mine went up for a bit, then they went down. Sorry, I feel like a pimple on my head earlier, and I'm like, now I'm determined to find it. But I don't. I don't have it as imagination. Imagination. Bears break into California cabin and raid the fridge. Yes, that's our next video. Okay. Why do, like, he's doing a comedy show somewhere? I care about this. Why? Thanks for the news and the $1.99 pool scam, Sam. I again fail to see the relevance, but and now if I know Chad won't, he's all talk. Again, if he's like coming here to do a comedy show and you want to promote that, I guess, like, Yep, a comedy show. Okay. Good for him. Then maybe he is. Maybe he is. I don't know. I'm not going to go because I have no desire to. But hey, cool. She even said it's not right for the internet. For the internet was out. She doesn't care about the bullets flying. Right. It's the fact that she couldn't watch the latest Downton Abbey show or whatever that she's fucking into on Netflix while she does her streaming stuff. Like, I get it. I get the idea. Like, I do streaming stuff for a business, so when the internet's out, I can't pay the bills for it. But if someone were to tell me my internet was out because someone shot a length of cable with a shotgun, I'd have a lot of questions about said shotgun action. Also, the whole, it's only affecting you. There's no way someone shot a length of cable and it affected just one customer. It affected everyone in the line, man. You guys get all the huge comedians. I know, right? Minnesota, comedy capital of the world. You know, when you really want to make your mark as a comedian, you're like, Frozen North, here we go. Think of all those famous Minnesota comedians. Who do we have? Fuck. There is one, though. Now, Louis Anderson, right? We got Louis Anderson. So we have the fat guy. And that's it. Shit. Corey Adam, Nick Swartzen. Oh, yeah, actually, fuck. Yeah, Corey Adam and Nick Swartzen, but they're not in Minnesota. Corey Adam and Nick Swartzen made their careers by being definitively out of Minnesota. But you're right, Pool Scam Sam. They are famous comedians from Minnesota. Fiery Rad, telling me Swartzen. Josh Blue. I don't know who Josh Blue is. Would you consider Prairie Home Companion comedy? I don't know what that is. Kitchen Knife. I don't know what that is. But yeah, out of Minnesota, from Minnesota, we have Corey Adam, Nick Swartzen, and Louis Anderson. I'm trying to think of anyone else that I can think of. Mitch Hedberg is a legend. Mitch Hedberg is awesome, but I don't think he's from Minnesota. Is Carrot Top from Minnesota? I don't also include him as comedy legend or comedian. Johnny K, of course. Dude, go eat a dick. I've done, thank you, Mizzle T Shizzle, but I've done like local stuff. I've been a comedian. I am I do a comedic podcast. That doesn't count me as a comedian. I haven't done stand-up comedy for a while. I will in a couple of weeks here. But other than that, yeah, I wouldn't count myself as any sort of, I'm a local comedian. That's it. Like, I've done stuff locally. I heard Steel Toe is top-tier comedian. No. Steel Toe is just a comedy show. It very much works for the audience that likes it. Johnny K is my favorite sit-down comedian. That's fair. Jay Drank is drunk, I think. Who's Jay Drank? I don't know. I was at Mitch's memorial in Minnesota. He was from here. Oh, I didn't know Mitch Hedberg was from here. Mitch is from St. Paul. Yeah, I'm getting corrected again. Eric Austin is an up-and-coming comic. Haven't seen him. Don't forget about Adrian. Who? Ray DeVito. Please tell me Ray DeVito is not Minnesotan. I actually am very upset that I didn't realize how many awesome comedians were from Minnesota. Mitch Hedberg, born in St. Cloud. I just checked. Holy shit. Well, damn. I have to update my list. The classified side of law enforcement is hysterical. The goal of law enforcement is to create an environment conducive to the expression of any latent criminality. What's up, punks? I guess we've been getting schooled. We have an Acme and a Rick Bronson's. Minnesota is a hub, says Labglass. We don't have, oh, that's right. We do have an Acme. We had a Laugh Factory. We don't have that anymore, I think, or something like that. But yeah, the fucking Rick Bronson's thing, I've been to that in the Mall of America. At least funnier than Aaron and Corey on stage. Ray DeVito is a Cleveland comedian. Patrick, he said you were funny. I don't think he's really seen... Oh, at least funnier than Aaron and Corey on stage. Well, that person has a bias. So, and besides, That's an opinion. That shows Minnesota is nothing but a joke. Just kidding. It's a joke. Here's like what I'm saying though. I'm a local comedian. I did stuff locally. Did I go up in the Mall of America to I'm forgetting the name, the Bronson's thing. I forget what it's actually called. I don't think people actually call it the Rick Bronson's whatever. But yeah, I've never been at Acme. I did stuff in the cities. Wild Bill Bauer. All right, I don't know what Wild Bill Bauer is. Let's move on to something else since I'm apparently losing it in the chat. I don't want to get distracted reading random comments on the chat. We have, what is it, 1:45, so do math, Johnny. That would be 2 hours and 45 minutes. Hey, math. 2 hours and 45 minutes left in the show. We have a video of a bear breaking into a home, so let's go to this. I was hoping it was going to be... Oh, it's 2 minutes of video. Good. It's not a short one. Let's go here and boop, 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 boop. There we are. All right, so this is in Colorado. Bear's looking for some food. Oh, that lot. Hey, really glad you got those solid doors, huh? No offense, that bear barely had to try. Who the hell are you keeping? How nice is your neighborhood where you're not worried about anyone trying to push in the door? I mean, like, hostile people, police officers, anybody. You're not worried about it at all. That bear just went, burp. He barely thought about it, and it just gave. That door is the biggest pussy I've ever seen. I support the right to arm bears. Well, kitchen knife, I feel like they're pretty dangerous on their own. What more do they need? All right, let's go ahead and see what happens. So we got the doorbell footage. If you're just joining us, this is about a bear making itself at home. Just kicked open the door. Oh, we got a bear cub. All right, mama's trying to feed a family. Now I feel a little differently about this, but I am going to be honest. What the fuck's wrong with you? If you live in this area, you got to have a better door than that. That bear didn't even have to try. There was a bear in my backyard a couple of weeks ago, says Red Scooper. Yeah, House of Comedy. Thank you, Lab Glass. House of Comedy. That was the one I was trying to think of. But yeah, I've done stuff at House of Comedy. That's it. I've done stuff at House of Comedy, a couple comedy clubs locally, bars and stuff. Local comedian. West Hollywood Bear? No, they're... Your bear puns are unbearable. Was I making bear puns? I don't know. There were bear puns? I didn't realize that. Sorry. Back to the bear footage. All right, so now we're in the house. Oh, they've already opened the fridge. You know you've got a nice house when it's chirping because the front door and the fridge are open. So you're just raiding the fridge. Where's the cub? I want to know where baby bear went. And did they go to test out the beds? Where's Goldilocks? Ah, you can't figure out modern bottles. Oh, there's the bear cub. Just getting at it. How long do we just watch them eat? Yeah, so 2 minutes of just a bear rummaging through your house. I want to know. All right, let's get over to the written story then. I want to know how they dealt with this. There's got to be oh, it's a California cabin, not Colorado, California, Northern California, near Lake Tahoe. A mother bear and her cub were caught on security camera breaking into a California cabin and raiding the fridge. The security camera footage recorded at a cabin in the Tahoe Keys shows the bear enter through the front door and make a beeline for the kitchen. The mother bear and cub opened the refrigerator and spent several minutes rummaging through the contents and working to pry open containers. The cabin was unoccupied at the time of the bear's burglary. Bears in the area have been known to pull off similar heists in the past. Yeah, but that's again where we make doors that don't allow, that bar bear entry, is what I'm saying. I'm saying we don't let the bears in. Those doors couldn't bear it. Jesse ESP. What up, Johnny? What up, Jesse? If you're looking for your girl, she'll be here. Today's episode of Ursine Escapades. Well, again, it's the fact that if it's happening that much, why has nobody built a door to maybe, I don't know, dissuade bear entry? That's all I'm saying. You could plan for this. It's not like you haven't seen it happen. There was a bear in the cabin. There was a bare necessity. Oh. St. Caesar, that's just the most hurtful one of the day. And now I've got the bare necessity song in my head. Now it's just getting bad. Oh, it's like a bad taste. It's like if someone farted in your mouth, you're like, oh no, I can taste it. Oh, don't do that to me. Don't, I don't deserve that. No, ain't nobody got time for that. Come on now. Barbar entry sounds like the Liver King is looking for. Ayo. Didn't he get arrested? I know a lot of people have covered it. I really haven't. Didn't he get like arrested for all of that? Someone from BlackRock left a comment. The house isn't safe. You should let me buy it for cheap. Hey guys, we'll take it as is. Bear damage included. Don't worry, we're only fucking over the American dream. To be fair, it probably went viral enough for them to buy better doors. I certainly hope so. And MSO, the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. I hate you. Oh. Why? Oh, it's so wrong. Oh. I'm never going to get that song out of my head. If a bear wanted to, it would go right through the wall there, just to dumb to understand that they can. Oh. Yeah, they don't get that they can get through that. I don't have any bird feeders, but maybe my neighbors had some. You mean as for why the black bear was in your yard? Used to finding bird feeders. Maybe there's some fruit that grows nearby. Riding Dirty Llama. Upon the owner witnessing this on his cell phone cam, call the owner could do was grin and bear it. Oh, I think it means all the owner could do, or she. All the owner could do was grin and bear it. Oh, bear puns. All the bear puns now. That's just... There was a GoFundMe set up for the doors. Thank you, St. Caesar. Yeah, everybody does GoFundMes now. It doesn't matter what's happening. You can do a GoFundMe. You wanna make some money for your beer fund? Set up a GoFundMe. You want to... No. I don't want this. Close. You wanna move? Or you need to move? Set up a GoFundMe, and it's easy to do. You just you set up something like this, and let's look. We're at 37% of our goal for the cripple needs a crib GoFundMe. So feel free to go to the link that I am going to copy and share quick. And mostly it's share the link if you haven't, especially if you've already edit undo the move. Undo move. All right, there we go. Copy. All right, and let's share this. If you can share this in your social medias, we'd appreciate it. Is that the right one? No, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. I told you to copy this. Why did my copy not copy? Copy. There we go. I apologize. Let's do that. I'm spamming my chat. Bam. There we go. There's the link. If you can share that on your social medias, we appreciate it. Boom. Here it is. That goes to this particular page. If you want to throw at it, we're at 37%. It's to help me move for this September. The photo is horrible. It's the worst photo there is. But there's other ones in there to prove I'm not kidding. I have 2 cats and a kid. Holy shit. So that's the big problem. It's not a lot to ask. And thank you if you help. But mostly just share the link. Does Johnny's Exotic Meats have bear in stock? We don't have. There's no exotic meats. Would you fund me? Would you fund me? I'd fund me. I'd fund me hard. I now want to make like a fucking Wild Bill GoFundMe like kind of commercial. Would you fund me? I'd fund me. I'd fund me hard. All right, let's go over to that spectrum. We did you. All right, so we got the Florida story for that. We've got the teacher story, and we got a dude jumping from a second floor of a mall. Hence the name of the title of today's episode, which is, for those of you unaware, today's episode aptly titled Shoplift Till You Drop. Because, well, guess what? Anyways, we have, so I said this Florida story. I don't know if I want to get into that one first or this one. Oh, we got a video for this. Doesn't matter. All right, we're doing this one first. Hundreds of Spokane students are rallying for a teacher. Now, normally when you hear this and you hear a teacher fired, you think, oh, they did something to the kids. This time, the kids are rallying for the teacher to not be fired. And the reason they want to fire the teacher is for reading the N-word in To Kill a Mockingbird. So because a teacher read To Kill a Mockingbird, and it had the N-word in it, they want to fire him in Spokane. That's Washington, right? Spokane, Washington? Yeah, Spokane, Washington. So let's go to this video. This is, dude.
Valley School.
He literally read To Kill a Mockingbird. So if you have a problem with the word, ban the book. But again, we can't ban books. That's horrible fascist behavior. Instead, we want to punish the teacher for reading them. I don't think books of a LGBTQ sexual nature should be available to children. But if there was one available to kids in a curriculum, or a book that's in a curriculum that has those scenes, I don't have a problem with the teacher reading the passage to the books. That's not why I want the teacher. Why is the teacher reading that book? The passage part that's in it, we can't punish them just for saying the words. If saying the words is wrong, why is the book allowed? Teacher was punished for not being black. Exactly right, Mussolini Diff. And if you don't believe me, check out this video.
Let a teacher go.
He's lost his job over reading the N-word in To Kill a Mockingbird.
I woke up fairly optimistic, and my family, we went down to the school board meeting where I was going to be reinstated or lose my job permanently. And when I got there, there was a big crowd already waiting outside the doors, a lot of supporters, a lot of students and families and members of the community, elected officials.
That's right. Mr. Schrodinger is my What? That's how they should have done it. Everybody supporting this teacher should have went with he's mine as their signs. Just like they can't get us all. If we all drop the N-bomb, they can't get us all. He prefers to be called N-word Jim, says Mr. Matitius. And I'm just saying, man, Jim's money. That would be the best way. The best way to say this. He better not lose his job. Kill a Mockingbird used to be required reading to show the youth how bad racism is. Right, but they can't. The people that would have originally, championed it being part of the curriculum to show how bad racism is can't handle the fact that there's bad words that racist people used. Right. It's almost like that's part of required, part of a requirement to paint the picture how bad racism was. No. They beat us with hoses. They sick dogs on us, but they didn't call us any bad words.
But the school board ultimately decided unanimously to not bring me back, and it's upsetting. I know a lot of the students were really sad after that.
I hope that, our example was a good one.
I think they had their minds already made. Just how quickly after they finished the public
Really? How quickly after they finished the public commentary? Yeah, they all jumped in on that? Yeah, they had their minds already made up. By the way, I would like to point out, let's go back to the pictures of the people on the school board.
Our example was a good one.
I think they had their minds already made. Just how quickly after they finished the unanimously to not.
So as you can see, these are a whole bunch of people. All right, here we go. As you can see, these are a whole bunch of people who should be very, very offended at the use of this N-word comment from a book. Because as you can see, every single one of these people has had their lives visibly touched by American racism towards black people.
Bring me back, and it's upsetting.
Oh, look, 2 more people with, again, fucking complexions as white as the driven snow. Fuck off. This is unforgivable. Drop your fucking white guilt. You fired a teacher for reading a book, which whole point of the book is to point out how bad racism is. Oh, shucks be darned, but I'm an ally and they said the N-word. I mean, good God. These are why people are dumb. This is why people are dumb. They didn't even take their shoes off at the door. They were walking around with bare feet. I read that in school, but I'm from Indiana, so it wasn't racist, says Mizzle T. Shizzle. Guys, it's not racist. It's just accurate. Whoa. Magic 8 Ball, Johnny's exotic. What? What's Brian the Science's take on this? I feel like Brian the Science probably feels like firing the teacher a bit of a over. Again, why don't you just have him remove the book from the curriculum? That's the part that bothers me. I would hope Brian's take is the same. I don't know why we have to get Brian's permission specifically, but that's where my overall feelings land. All right, let's close that out. That one's done. Do we have any updates on that? So, fortunately his students seem to be smarter and wiser than the school board and stood up to defend him at this week's meeting, despite the board's decision to let him go. According to the local NBC affiliate, the board said the English department had given students the option to opt out of the lesson so they wouldn't be triggered by bad emotions. Then what's the problem? So they gave them the chance to not be there. You didn't have to participate in the reading of the N-word. Why did... So the students that were there were voluntary. No students are crying, oh, woe is me, the horribleness of this. And you fired him anyway. These people are so dumb. Before the vote, the school board members explained that the English department had discussed how to handle the passage appropriately. They acknowledged that the book's literary significance, but stated that reading the word aloud was unnecessary. This is like this to me is like people who want to uphold the Bible but want to ignore the parts where they condemn gays. Like, no, that's in the book. You could be pro-book or not pro-book. You don't have to like the parts of the book that go again. But again, it's just a word in a fucking book. Oh, dear Lord. Matthew Mastrodami, a Spanish teacher, read the American classic in response to an English teacher who told students to skip over the passage so they wouldn't have to read the word. He wanted his students to understand the context of the struggle against racism and slavery so they could study literature and history and know how to critically engage with it. Oh, I think that's it's called, what is that called? Being a teacher. Oh, boy. We got the students saying, please tell me I got a 3-minute video on this. Please tell me we have the students actually being smarter than the school board saying they're being politically correct.
While students at West Valley High School prepare for summer vacation,
Found the spot.
Matthew Mastronardi is fighting to keep his teaching job.
He lost that fight.
All because he took a risk and read out loud a passage from the American literary classic To Kill a Mockingbird.
Don't you believe a word he says, Dill?
Not just any passage, but the one featuring the N-word.
Oh, no! He said the N-word! So many people were harmed! Again, the school wants to uphold the book as a Pulitzer Prize-winning piece of literature that should be studied. But don't study the part with the words that make you mad. Oh, fuck off.
Which is used in the book dozens of times.
Talking about the word...
The N-word.
The N-word.
The third-year Spanish teacher says he was trying to make a point to his students about the importance of academic freedom after another teacher instructed students to skip over that controversial word.
I think that's unfortunate.
Fire that second teacher. I mean, so you're not supposed to, like, guys, you can't, like, this is... Wow, Mussolini diff. I'm going to just take the chat off the screen for a second, maybe. Does that work? Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't work. To Kill a Mockingbird is... Wow. All right, yeah, I am going to just take the... Jesus. You guys can have these opinions. It's fine. I just don't want them blasted in big letters sitting on my screen for a while. Need to start changing the... I need to have the ability to unshow comments. That would be great. I can show... Like, the chat box can be up or off. I need a better control. I mean, again, you're allowed to have your opinions. I'm not saying don't share that stuff in the chat. It's just, wow. Use the J word around here. Not even the J word. It's just, it's being on the screen that kind of gets rough on me a bit. If the chat's moving so fast. Hate how people refuse to allow history to exist because it is racist. Yes, Brian the Science, that is exactly what I'm saying. Come on, Jonathan Taylor. Come on, Jonathan Taylor Thomas got to say the word in the movie Huck Finn in 1995. And I was so jealous because if I got to say the word, I would be so happy. Boom. Come on. No. Show. There we go. Now the chat box is back up, but the stuff is gone. What? Yiddy phrases are schlock. Good movie, too. I don't know that it was a good movie. I mean, your preferences are a little dated, Mr. Q. Not saying it's a bad movie. We had a Thai kid on our football team that literally wanted to be nicknamed Crazian for Crazy Asian because he was a beast linebacker. Pretty sure he killed people in the cities with... Oh! Dear Lord, Rusty Grammar. Those who refuse to acknowledge history are doomed to repeat it. And that's the problem we have, is we have a teacher that wants to acknowledge history, but wants to cut out the parts that are, the naughty words. Oh, come on, Johnny, leave the chat on the screen. Don't be like the second teacher. Just kidding. Again, no, I don't leave the chat on the screen when some of them get a little spicy like that, because it's out of context. And if people just see it and go, oh, this is a hateful show, I'd be like, well, not really. They were saying that stuff, and there's a sense of humor to have. But I get you. You're joking. I'm
Fortunate because you miss out on engaging with the text in an honest way.
Problem for Mastronardi.
I said Calpurnia says that's talk.
His performance was caught on a student.
This person, in every ounce of their soul, you knew what was going on. You volunteered to be there, and you still went to axe this person for the social media clicks and views. Who is this turncoat piece of shit? You signed up to an English teacher's class. You volunteered to be involved in what you knew was going to go down. And when what you knew was going to happen, you pulled Tattletale Tom fucking sit here and film. Better tell social media. Oh, look at this bigoted teacher. Just loves screaming the N-word. This asshole. Q. Fuck you. This is the piece of... Whoever is holding this phone right now is the piece of shit in this story.
Camera. and has now gone viral.
Of course it did. Of course it went viral. Because you're a horrible piece of shit. I want to know who you are. Can we publicize your face? Can we get a news story about you? We got him all over the world. We got plenty of people calling him a racist piece of crap because he dared to read a literary book. Why can't we have that person's face posted on? You've got more than enough balls to post your social media comment and get all the likes.
I have no idea.
It's unclear if anyone even made a complaint, but his
No, because again, people signed off on being there. That asshole knew they were pulling that fucking bullshit.
bosses decided it was a violation of the teacher's code of conduct and chose not to renew his contract.
It's a stretch of the interpretation saying I engaged with students in inappropriate behavior.
No, he read a word that you fucking up white guilt fucking cunts can't handle.
Mastronardi says he was shocked by the punitive decision, since there are no official rules instructing teachers to censor readings of American classics at West Valley.
Nice to meet you.
We caught up with Superintendent Kyle Rydell and asked for an explanation.
You guys aren't going to renew Matthew Mastronardi's contract.
I'm not aware of that, sir. Like I said, it's a personnel matter. It goes through HR.
However,
let me pass the buck. Let me pass the buck. I'm an ally. I can't put my ass out there. Fuck you two. Oh, shit. I just clicked on me. I meant to click play. Didn't realize I was on the wrong screen.
Word is now getting out into the...
Johnny just fell off his own show. Johnny just fell. Johnny. Oh, no. Johnny just fell down. All right.
Spokane, Washington community.
It's a good book to read, but I don't think that teachers should be saying it.
And while some think Mastronardi used poor judgment,
And also, he was white. He shouldn't have said it.
there's no judgment.
And also, he was white. He shouldn't have said it.
Then don't ever call anyone a dick because you're a cunt. Okay? He's white. He shouldn't have said it. He's reading a book. You are such... Why? Like, people call me a baby and say I have to... But I want these people to live an actual ounce of difficulty in their lives. It was a fucking word. He's white. He shouldn't have said it. Fucking white guilt cunts. Why is it always, well, he's white, he shouldn't have said it. And I get to make that decision because I'm a white woman, so I get to make decisions for everybody. Sit down, shut up. What amendment was the one that allowed women to vote? It was a mistake. I'm going out on a limb now and I'm saying it was a mistake. Why? Because, I'm sorry, in this day and age,
there's now a
this person exists.
Change.org petition with hundreds of signatures asking the district to bring him back.
Because he's a really good teacher.
It was started by freshman Peyton Johnson.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. Forget the fact that the kids like this teacher, think he should continue to be a teacher, and they weren't irrevocably scarred by the N-word. Oh, my God. Every single one of these people that can't handle the N-word being uttered by a white person, you need to check out of existence because, I'm sorry, the world is too difficult for you, and the next few turns it's about to take probably won't be up your alley. Fun fact, blacks got the vote before women with cause. I agree he can't say the word because he is white. I feel the same if she were to say she is attractive and thin. Thank you, Mussolini Dip. That was actually very fun. We have an hour and 45 minutes left in the show. Our girl Digger will be joining us later. I don't think there's a whole lot left to cover. The students are filing a petition. I want to know who that turncoat piece of shit was. Again, that's so underhanded. And that says so much about our society. We're punishing a teacher who wants to engage with students and teach them the literal, results of racism through this book, wants to show them mistakes of history so they can learn from it and critically engage with the future. And instead, they're like, no, we better fire him. Forget the tattletale asshole that deliberately went into this with the fucking plan to set this asshole up. I would love if that teacher called the black kid up to the front to say only that word when it comes up. I don't know that there were any black students in that video. I think, again, Spokane, Washington, this is an area of remarkably white. Sins of our fathers, says Cumrag. Sorry. Sins of Our Fathers. Is that a book or just, I don't know. At any rate, yeah, like, we wonder why we have people that are so soft and stuff like that. Like, it's because we allow this shit to be a thing. We can't let them hear words they won't like, lest they have to learn that things aren't always sunshine and fucking roses. All right. Well, we have less serious stuff we'll get into for a bit, kind of mix it up a touch. I've got a video of a Florida man waking up and finding an alligator in his swimming pool. And I don't think we got to that video yesterday. Oh, Jesus, this is loud. It's just 30 seconds of an alligator in a swimming pool. How does the alligator get out of the swimming pool? You gotta be using something. Like, if that had chlorine in it, wouldn't that bother the alligator? So I'm betting you use, like, they're saying, like, saline and shit. Does the alligator just swim through and climb out? If that pool's wet, there are gators in it, says Brian the Science. If the water's wet, there are gators in it. Like, dude, she's not wrong. That water's wet. Look, there's a gator in it. So yeah, there we go. Who the heck is Michaela? Oh, yeah, the Michaela lady from Save Fox. Or Save a Fox. Yeah, a rescue lady. Save 500 foxes and shut down a fur farm. That's, yeah, I'm not gonna wade in on that. I don't really want to. All right, so let's get those two out of here. Alligator and the Save a Fox thing. I love that meme. That will always make my shitty days a little better. Did, not didn't. What? Well, technically he didn't. Technically he did teach the kids racism with that book. It was played in real life in front of them, in front of the town. Yeah, well, the reverse racism of it is. Because, again, if that teacher were black, they wouldn't complain. But because the teacher's white, he's not allowed to say a specific word. Again, that is racism. That is judging people based on the color of their skin. And in this case, he did not have the necessary qualifier. It would be every bit as wrong if it were the other way around. Like, well, we can't let them call themselves because it takes the salt off of it. Only the white man can call them. It's like, yeah, no. That's still racist. But we have entered the clown world version of now, no. Only the can call themselves. Otherwise, it's insensitive. What if it was written in a book in a different time? Well, just skip over those parts. How about we skip over World War II? Because, a lot of people did some, well, as people in this government would say, some people did some things, and those things were very, very hurtful to other people, so we better not talk about it at all. He should have said subhuman pharma. Oh, new boot goofing doesn't make it better. Minnesota's finest. What the heck is this? Los Federales. Let's see. Minnesota's finest. Loading. Oh. So, this is the guys' team we're talking, right? Bringing more Finnish talent to Ottawa as we select a goaltender, Sani Aloha, with our 5th round pick. This is a dude? Does he only see the puck if the shot's straight on? No, you gotta shoot. You gotta shoot for his blocker side. The lazy eye has a huge opening. Oh, no. Sani Aloha is now an Ottawa goaltender. So, way to go, Ottawa. Way to go, Ottawa. Was that alligator vaccinated? I don't know. He didn't bite anybody, Magic 8 Ball, so I don't think we have to worry about it. He certainly didn't breathe or sneeze in on anyone. He maintained a 6-foot distance and a water barrier at all times. It says a-hole. Oh. Sandy a-hole? Is that true? Go back. Ahola. It says Ahola. That's why I went with Aloha. I went wrong. I moved the L. I got this weird thing with my brain moving letters. I'd say it's from MS. I just never got tested before MS, so maybe it was a thing beforehand. Sandy Ahola. Ahola. It's still again, for me, it's the picture. It's the picture. It's the picture. Like, I don't care about his name. I don't care about his name. This face. Could we not have, like, trained up for photo day? Like, so is this guy looking in the camera? Who's this guy watching? The light equipment? What's going on? What's going on this half of the room? Because apparently it was enticing enough to make, to make right eyeball go for it, but not left eyeball. Ouch. Too soon. I don't know about too soon. That's just harsh. It's just, if nothing else, Mersh's sister didn't deserve that. If nothing else. Anyways. This guy certainly didn't. All right, let's close that down. Thank you for that, Los Federales. That's surprising. That is surprising. We are going for another 2 hours here in the program. Thank you for being here. We've got our lady Digger joining us, I'm guessing, in an hour or so. She is still over on her channel, hanging out with the folks, talking in the chat. I'm gonna stream snipe for just a second. Stream snipe. As a goof. It was a goddamn goof. And let's, and then let's click the heart. And the heart. And, all right.
The fourth one that we got to, we're just going through the quotes right now. We finished the political quotes. We are heading into the quotes.
Who are you talking to?
Faith. So here you go. To one who has faith, no explanation is necessary. To one without faith, no explanation is possible. Attributed to St. Thomas Aquinas.
I mean, like, an explanation is possible, but how do you get a better me out of broken legs? That's just what experience has taught me. So whatever. Anyways, Digger's Exotic Meats. Hey, shut up. The only meat that lady's all right. So let's get over to this. Here's another one for the karaoke fans. All right, we got another one. Let's click it. See what's up. Again, we're ahead on our goal today. So we'll be going until 4:30, of course, as always. But if you throw in anything on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, PayPal, Streamlabs, Venmo, all of those, Cash App, it's counting towards tomorrow's goal, which is at $35. Let's hit play. Play.
Nobody's gonna holler at my microphone. I'm sorry. You're gonna and blows my speakers out.
Sir, if it's blowing the speakers out, you're not doing your job right. Blowing the speakers out means you haven't properly and sometimes when you run sound, sometimes you got to adjust it a little on the fly. When they lean in there heavier. But again, your gains are too high if he's blowing out your speakers. Your speakers are also probably really shitty and cheap if they're blowing them out.
It's funny. Laugh. It's funny.
Yeah, that looks like a decent speaker.
All right, good night, everybody. I'm not going to have my equipment blow. No. No reason to do that. No reason.
I thought my grandpa was dead.
Do that.
I am stuck, Michael. I'm so sorry.
But you damaged my equipment! Dude, when did you say there were rules?
Dude, when did you say there were rules? Again, run audio then. Blow it out your speaker hole.
What do you mean, common sense? You don't scream and you're a microphone. The whole fucking wall.
Oh, boy. Johnny, when you marrying Digger? It depends. Cheetos. No, that's not Cheetos. That's not Cheetos or Cheetos bar. One, Cheeto wouldn't act like that. And two, if you're doing something that Cheeto doesn't want happening at his bar, if Cheetos is coming to talk to you, he's going to be a lot more imposing than that guy. But yeah, that guy lost his shit. All right, close that out. We have this last video from our first hour stuff, and we're about halfway through the second hour, so we've got another hour and a half of content for you lovely folks. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. This video is the second time I have seen this. Oh my God, onto an ice rink? I didn't know it was an ice rink. Holy crap. All right, so there has been a couple of times now, this being the second one, where someone chose to shoplift in a mall. And then after shoplifting, decided, why don't we just jump from the second story to evade police? I don't know what you're stealing, where that seems like a better option. I feel like shoplifting ticket, being held accountable for it, probably a lot less painful, a lot less long-term recovery than jumping from a second-story mall floor. I didn't know. Did you hear about Cheetos losing his shit? No, I didn't, and I don't care. Because, again, I'm hearing this secondhand from people claiming that's a thing. I don't care. I want to meet Cheetos, and I want a hat, says Brian. Which hat? Like a Stoney's hat or a like Digger Lover hat? That's on my marketplace. If you want the Digger Lover hat, in order to get that, you have to go over to streamlabs.com/justkiddingllc merch or /merch. That will get you over to all of these lovely items. The clown shirt, the Johnny Really Can't Stand Y'all, the baseball tee, the mugs. I don't recommend the Digger Lover mug currently. The hat, which I got to figure out where mine order hasn't come in. I love the Digger Lover shirt, but I'm going to try and make that better. Same with the patch in black. I recommend the patch in white. I have it. He called Melt a ped to his face. Does that count as losing it? Does that count as losing his shit? I don't know. Again, I don't know and I don't care. That's not really on the docket for the show today. I don't really want to talk about that gossip stuff because, again, it's everybody's opinion. And even when I admit parts where I'm wrong, but I don't care. Everyone calls, I don't think that's defamation. I don't know. And I'm betting Melton really, whatever. You know what? I don't care, actually. So, we're done with that part. But, so all that lovely stuff up on the store. Feel free to get it. There we go. So, if you want one of those hats. So, we have our second hour stories to load up here. Oh, wait, that's right. But we got to get through this one first. So, jumping off the second story of a floor of a mall onto ice. What the hell is wrong with you? Like, you can't walk on ice. Jumping onto ice? Well, we're trying to, King Kong Dong. It starts with just moving on. So again, not freaking out. Right. Anyways, so we are now I do want to get Brian a hat. I'll talk to Cheetos, man. I'll buy a hat for you, Brian. I'll get you a hat. I'll totally get you a hat, Brian. All right, so I can just drive down to Stoney's. I'll see if I have time this weekend to head down to Rockville. And I'll totally mail you a hat. Ice, bad idea. Yeah, jumped onto ice. But if that wasn't enough, decided to film the theft part. So let's go to watch this on X, because I don't like using the links in the stories, they tend to jam up more. So here we have the security cam footage. Somebody put this together. But the security cam footage, he just grabbed the sunglasses off the kiosk, just put them on and walked away. King Kong, I'm going to Stoney's tomorrow. Johnny, can we see your whole setup? Johnny, we can see your whole setup on your glasses. Good job. You're not looking at bad porn. Yeah. Because I don't do that. That's why this isn't a problem. So you see my setup. You can see that there's multiple screens. You can see that I've got an incredibly outdated decor in this here basement room. Good for you. And that's the other fun. Now you can find the picture in my glasses. You the bomb, I'll pay you for it, obviously. Oh, I know, Brian, and you've supported this show enough. I'm not too worried about it. But let me send it to you before you pay me a dime, because I ain't too worried about it. Anyways, there we go. So he takes the glasses, and then he's bragging, letting people know where he did. Somebody telling him, told you was go get a pair of glasses. So they told you the store. I told you I was go get a pair of glasses. So you're bragging about stealing.
Stop playing with me.
Stop playing with me?
Feel me?
Damn, feel me? No, those look ridiculous. That looks like someone got incredibly high on acid with a bedazzle gun and had too much fun with your glasses. Those are tacky as shit. And that's coming from me wearing these.
A few moments later.
All right, guys. So he bragged about stealing. The cops came to get him. Oh! Oh, the splits. Oh, his legs went two different directions. Oh my God. It's an ice rink, you moron. Why? What the hell? Oh, definitely did the splits and made his balls kiss the ice. Oh. Dude. If you have any kids after this, they're going to be frost giants because your balls are permanently blue. Everyone has been jumping on ice lately. They're just doing their job. No, not that kind of ice, Mizzle T Shizzle. I realize what I did. I apologize. I meant the actual form of frozen water ice. That's the ice I'm talking about. $5 cheap shades are worth the injury. Right, dude, they could be as expensive as these babies are. I wouldn't think it's worth that injury. All right? You could be paying triple digits for those glasses, which if you are, what the hell's wrong with you? But if you're if you're stealing glasses worth triple digits, it's still not worth the inveritable, like, there's going to be like physical therapy recovery from the forced splits that you put through here. You better stretch a lot in your everyday life if you expect to walk away from that smoothly. And the rest of your body crumpled on it. It's ice, which means it's just as hard as the solid ground. He banged his head. Holy Lord. He bounced and came back up. Oh my God. King Kong Dong. Johnny, are you talking about vanilla or cube? No. I'm talking about frozen water ice. This guy jumped onto the ice of an ice rink in a mall. If you've never been in an area that has an open space ice rink, there is a continual cool draft that comes off the frozen water. Now, these people are in a mall. I can see them. No one's wearing jackets or parkas. It's not like it's not climate controlled. So these people are all in a quasi-warm space, which means that walkover thing, you walk into like a zone of dead air, of cold air coming up and just absorbing into the warm air. So you know that's ice down there. You know that's ice. I'm going to give them the slip. Oh. Oh, dude, his leg don't look right. Oh, his leg don't look right. That, you don't lay there with your leg like that.
His ankle came off.
Oh, his leg's up. Oh, this just got way too real. Oh, no, Mommy. Oh, Mommy. Oh, his leg's up. Oh, God. He is not going to be a track athlete anymore.
His ankle came off.
His ankle came off. He's completely up that foot. I love I give you the prestige. What is it with figure skaters? I want to know this. I grew up with them. I've shared the ice with them. What is it with figure skaters? Do you guys ever do anything? And this is coming from me, by the way, a guy who has emotional stability issues. Do you ever do anything without flair? Like, is there ever just like a, hey, that guy fell down. But what's with the, hey, Are you doing an Elvis impersonation? Oh, come on, mama, come and set my soul. Come and set my soul on the ice. Ow! All right. That's why black people don't like ice. Well, Chevy JB, I was going to ask, is it all forms of water, or is it... Thank you for the $5 over there on the Rumble Rants. We love you. We count the Rumble Rants when we hit 50 and buy out a little bit more than a day on the show. So thank you very, very much for that. We appreciate it. I had to fall over 40 feet to do that to my leg. Well, did you try falling onto an incredibly slippery surface and dropping stiff-legged straight down a solid 10 to 15 stories to make it happen? Or did you brace for your fall? Be like the news. Call it a gruesome sight, then play it 5 more times. Oh, okay. Not a problem. You know what I can do? I can do that bit. Again, guys, horrible tragedy here. As you can see by David Blaine, this close-up magic stunt has not gone as planned. And let's take you back again to the moment. And I do wish to give a word of caution to our viewers. What you are about to see is incredibly graphic. So we're going to play it at 50% speed. So there you see, again, warning to our viewers, you're about to see something incredibly graphic. This young African-American male recently committed a theft of a store, bragged about it on social media, while being pursued by either loss prevention officers or actual police officers. Decided escaping over a balcony onto the ice. And here you see here, hanging over the balcony, very much thinking this is a brilliant idea. And immediately regretting it. I think regret set in about here. I have trouble watching it. Again, apologies, this is incredibly graphic. He completely jacked up that leg. Multiple fractures in the one that's under him. Oh, it's not pointed the right way. He sits up and it's not pointed the right way. How does the news do this? Oh. All right, we'll go back to full speed again. Let's put it back at one time speed. Again, so again, if you're just joining us, horrible happenings. Man attempting to escape a theft, dropped off a balcony, completely fuckered himself. I wonder who walks better, him or Johnny. Brian, I'm going to put the money on me right now. I'm going to legit put the money on me right now. You know why? I don't bet he can do this. Can he stand? I don't think he can. I think he's wheelchair bound right now. I know what he can do now. It's the splits. Russian judge gave it a 1.5. The Russian judge gave it a 1.5. The Jamaican judge gave it a Cool Runnings. That's not okay. That's not okay. He thought they turned off fall damage. This is the problem with video games. If I've said it before, I've said it again. They've gotten too realistic, and they've made people lose the respect for what happens when you fall. Too many people. Notice he is bleeding. The bow. Did my glasses?
His ankle came off.
Oh, I think you're right. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, it did. Oh, it's right. Oh, it's right there. Oh, mommy. Oh. All right, so now we got a dude in hockey skates. What happened, bro? You fall down, bro? You all right, bro? Dude, I saw you take that, bro. It's not good.
What the hell?
Oh my God.
I guarantee you this. He ran from the police. He ran from the police for his shoplifting. He broke both his legs. He broke them both. Oh. Don't. All right. Like, do you get in trouble with the cops for that? Or do they just call the hospital bill just desserts? He broke a total gram. I'm glad it's blurry for me. Ouch. Fatality. No, he's alive. He's gonna be in a wheelchair for a while. You remember that dude in the wheelchair, Jake? How the fuck you think he got there? Surgical with this bitch, Jake. He experienced deja vu from his days from his high school days where he where he broke both his legs. Charge him for cleaning up the mess. I mean, the ice, it'll scrape off pretty good. Plus, no offense, if they play hockey on that ice, it gets bled on all the time. They cuff you to the garney. He's Googling broken legs. Oh.
Bro, tripping. Bro just fell from up there, bro.
Bro just fell from up there. He did not fall. He jumped in an attempt to escape. Let's be clear. The falling part happened deliberately. Saying he fell from up there makes it sound like it could be accidental. Like he slipped, tripped, and fell off a crosswalk. No. He jumped from that balcony with every intention of escaping the police, and instead he learned that he can't run anymore. I used to run this town. Motherfucker, you can't even run.
Bro, tripping.
He broke both his legs. To add insult to injury, the sunglasses were undamaged and were confiscated. He didn't even get to keep the shades. Actually, that's not. I feel like that's the bright side to this story. At least the store that had nothing to do with this didn't have to deal with it. Hi, Auntie. Hey, how you doing? To add insult to injury, sunglasses were undamaged. Does he know that water cold? I think he figured it out. Probably in the several minutes that he laid on that ice, waiting for the authorities to arrive and the ambulance crew to get there, probably figured out it was cold. I bet they were playing Ice Ice Baby in the ambulance. Only if they had balls. Either Ice Ice Baby or you're saying they were recorded as playing Ice Ice Baby, but I have it on good authority. In fact, I think I know. Here, let's check my email. I think I have an email with it in here. Let's see. Let's search here. I feel like this is probably what they were playing in the ambulance. That's if you're a DJ. If it's an open skate and you find out this happened, you put this on immediately. Well, you can't run.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden
Oh, wow.
So why are you acting
That's really, wow. You get slapped for playing the Cops theme. Well, we turned it off. Appropriate music, says Steve S. Yeah, absolutely appropriate. That's another thing. You get slapped for that? It's not like I'm saying I wrote this or taking credit for it. I'm adding context while I talk to like, I really wish the internet had to accept the rules of transformative content, because I really hate being able to do stuff and then have to be like, oh, wait, but are they okay with it? Because I did something and I talked about it. Anyways, I'd play the Cops theme and get upset with the guy. Hey, man, couldn't you have drawn this out a bit longer? I mean, the theme just started, right? We could go for a while if you didn't give up. Bastard. Quit running as soon as his legs broke. All the run was out of him once his legs were broken. Pussy, you were committed to running. You wanted your freedom. Don't give up now. Crawl. Copyright claim by Fox. Oh, that's right. Fox is gone. We can't get copyright struck, can we? Or do the rights of cops go back to, or do I have to deal with Disney? Again, I have a lot of questions. I don't have many answers on this one. Let's get to our second hour stories. We've got about an hour. We've got an hour and 45 in the show. God, I can't math today all of a sudden. An hour and 45 in the show. Let's grab this one, and then we'll...
Thanks.
Oh, we already did that. We did the Naked Gun trailer. Which, again, I'm very nervous about. I'm very nervous about the Naked Gun trailer. We've got a Starbucks worker who was fired and complaining about it. We've got a YouTube video for a California Amazon driver going on a racist tirade. Oh, we should have put that one in there earlier. We've got ESPN returning from a commercial break and getting some athletes confused. I know I don't follow sports well enough, and I could easily get athletes confused, but I feel like if you're the ESPN network, I don't know, if you're doing a show on the draft, maybe pay attention to who's in it. I know I would, as someone who doesn't watch these basketball and football drafts. If I was doing a show on the draft, I would make sure to know who the prominent people in the draft are, just because the likelihood of talking about them. We've also got AOC lying about being from the Bronx, kind of talking. AOC, and this is the fun part. AOC... Oh, I just inhaled a cat hair. Death by feline. Anyways, AOC decided to answer back to Trump's tweet. We covered this yesterday. Trump wrote a scathing tweet. AOC decided to answer back. Now, in Trump's scathing tweet, he criticized AOC for the conditions of her neighborhood, citing that it was a neighborhood he grew up and is from. So, to apparently own him back, she claimed to be from the same neighborhood, which would be fine if it wasn't a lie. And we'll get into all of that. Drafts are boring. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. But again, if you're doing a show and all you're covering for the next 4 hours is the draft, behooves you to know who's in it, you know? Like, fuck, man. Anyways, let's get to the draft one. The draft one is fun. And it's relatively short. So the NBA draft was going on. And for those of you who don't know, there are two people in this particular story in the NBA draft. Now, the NBA draft wanted to talk about the number one pick, Cooper Flagg. Now, if I show you these two pictures and you don't know who Cooper Flagg is, you qualify to work on ESPN. If I show you these two pictures and you have to point to Cooper Flagg, if you can't get it right, you officially qualify to work on ESPN. I'm not going to tell you who Cooper Flagg is of those two, but be assured it's one of them. Do you want to guess how they screwed it up? Let's go to this. All right. And now Cooper Flagg, mind you, #1 pick in the NBA draft. Not like they picked him in the 3rd or 4th round. #1 draft pick. So this guy's someone they've been keeping an eye on. King Kong Dong spoiling it in the chat.
Welcome back to Sports Center. You're looking at Cooper Flagg, and in just over an hour from now, that is not Cooper Flagg at all, actually. That is quite famously Ace Bailey.
I'm sorry. It's been a while since I was in a legit TV studio. Everything I've been doing lately is fuckers fucking around in their basement. Do you guys not have preview screens? Do you not have preview screens? It's very simple. You just preview what you're going to. All right. And again, if you're just joining us, horrible racism on ESPN.
Now, that is not Cooper Flagg at all, actually.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not Cooper Flagg. All black people look the same to me. Whoops. I'm sorry. Cooper Flagg isn't black at all. I mean, I think just the fact that Cooper Flagg isn't a black guy, I think that you could hold on to that one thing. He's the #1 draft pick, okay? Kind of like if this guy were the #1 draft pick, you'd hold on to the fact that he is black as a piece of information up in your head. LOL, you mean bulls. What? That woman is on top of it, though. To be fair, the Bears do suck. You mean the Bulls? Cooper is a white name. Hooper is the... Oh, balls deep. You got the wrong guy. Cooper is the DEI hire. I mean, in basketball, you're not mistaken. You're right there. He was the DEI hire. So she effed that up. She corrected it very, very quickly. But again, Sports Center. I don't know. Maybe ladies shouldn't be on Sports Center. So then, yeah, obviously the internet having fun with the retorts. Cooper got a massive tan. Don't be so sure that's not Cooper. Somebody said. Don't be so sure that that's not Cooper. You could be wrong. All right. Well, anyways. So let's get over to AO, or should we? Yeah, we'll go from one racist thing to another. Oh, yeah, and then we're going to that. So Amazon driver story for our next one. I fucking hate basketball, says Brian Stein. I don't mind watching basketball live. Like most of my sports, I don't mind watching it live. If I can hear the players, if I'm like there and I can see them, like I can be in the stands, I'm okay with a lot of sports. The exception with that is motorsports. I love watching motorsports, both live and not live, particularly not live, not live, but particularly not live at the event, because the fucking televised versions of motorsports, you get the cameras on the cars. I like that. Ace of Base, I haven't heard of them since 1991. Oh. Cooper, what? He's kind of does look like a bunch of... Oh. Nah, she was told the order of previews, but she knew they f***ed up, so she fixed it. She didn't mess it up. Whoever pulled up the feed did. I would agree to that, too. She did correct it right away, but it did provide for a funny moment. And in a world where we're firing teachers for reading the freaking Kill a Mockingbird, it bothers me so much. Because the same liberal people that were complaining about books being banned from schools as some sort of great travesty, those people are not going to rally up against against this injustice. They're not going to jump up and throw. We're not going to see tons of people going, no, they're book-burning Nazis because they won't let sexual books be provided to toddlers. Like, right. Okay, let's you know what? For the sake of not having an argument, let's say you're right, and that's entirely Nazi-esque behavior. What would you say about this school district for firing a teacher for reading the N-word from To Kill a Mockingbird? Oh, that's totally the right thing to do. No, it isn't. No, it is not. Well, they allow the book. So as long as they allow the book, they can fire the teacher. Why? They allow the book. He read a book that's allowed. Fuck. I don't like that there's an N-word in it. Well, you're not black. You don't get a say. That's what I want to tell that school board. That's what I want to tell the school board. The school board, well, we really don't like that he read the N-word aloud. Well, you're not black, so you don't get a say. Women ruin everything, says Couch Scam. What do you mean? What are women ruining? I mean, there's a variety of... Oh, we weren't allowed to say the word. Teacher didn't either. We were forced to read To Kill a Mockingbird. Right, the teacher said the N-word aloud because someone else in the school pushed the book, but also pushed skipping over the parts with the N-word. It's this weird need of we want to embrace and acknowledge slavery's history, but we can't let people read or talk about it because there's naughty words involved. It's just, again, it's remarkably childish. It completely ignores all sense of context and reason, and it throws critical thinking out the window because it doesn't teach anyone to take a moment and go, oh, this word is very prevalent in here. What's the reasoning behind that? Let's look at this. Was it a word being used as a term of endearment or a term of degradation? Because believe it or not, you can do that. The irony of Washington State, a place where people who are a majority white get offended on behalf of people who can't afford to live there. Yes, exactly, Mussolini diff. Or as I call it, virtue signaling. Because the weird part is, those white people could give up their privilege and just say, hey, black family, come move into my house that I bought. But they won't do that because they want to keep their privilege, but they also want to be a victim of it. I fucking hate that shit. And people say I'm a whiny baby. Jesus. Anyways, let's go over to this particular story. On to actual racism. Apparently, California Amazon driver goes on racist tirade. Fox, if I hear a bleep, you're a cuck.
Making deliveries for Amazon is accused of going on a racist tirade while on the job.
You're a you hear me? You locking people into the gate. You
What words is he saying? I don't hear a racist. I don't hear racist tirade. I hear air raid siren. Burp, burp, burp. This is National Weather Service. If this was an emergency, you would hear instructions following these air raid sirens.
How to sue your you know that kidnapping? You cannot keep people hostage.
He did get locked in. I can understand why he's pissed. You guys want to, again, totally racist tirade to this Amazon driver. I sure I can't show you Amazon truck getting ransacked.
I'm a find your I swear to God, you better watch.
All right, that's now you're crossing a line. Because now you're beeping with the intent to beep at somebody.
Your back.
So the driver followed a tenant into the parking area, then got stuck when he couldn't get out. The Amazon driver threatened a black tenant with violence. The building manager says he tried contacting Amazon to file a complaint. He says no one from
This is an Amazon driver? Where's your truck?
Amazon responded.
I don't think he's an Amazon driver.
Amazon simply does not have an avenue that things like this can be reported in good faith by community residents. They just don't have an avenue to do so.
What about the fucker who locked him in? This guy's trying to do a job. He couldn't open the gate and leave. They don't have an avenue to report it. I want to order a package delivered by somebody who didn't graduate high school and thusly works said job to make ends meet and pay their bills, or even worse, has a fucking 4-year college degree that is completely useless in something like liberal arts, and again, works this horrible job to pay the bills. And when he gets when he gets locked in and he gets his day, what the fuck was the word? Why does my brain space out like that? People are like, oh, quit smoking weed. No, it's not. It's you. Anyways, when he gets his shit fucked up, you don't want to have any sympathy for him. Like, oh, we don't have a responsible avenue to report this. You want your packages delivered, don't you? The Amazon driver snuck in behind a cat. You think Amazon cares? Fuck off. Yeah, dude. I'm with Brian the Science. You think Amazon gives a shit? This is again, and once again, like, oh, we're so offended by the words he chose to use. He was angry. They're words. Did he actually do anything to anybody? Has he done anything to any of you? Did he take a dump on your fucking front porch? No, he didn't. He went on about his work. Again, you guys locked him in. I feel like if you didn't lock him into the place and hold up his whole effing day, he probably wouldn't have used those words.
So anytime their drivers are sending racist threats of violence against tenants, it's unacceptable. And the fact they have ignored meeting requests, they need to come forward and at least meet with us to hear our concerns.
They need to? Sir, I don't know if you know this or not. COVID proved one thing. They don't need to give a fuck about you because your mom and pop shops that had a vested interest in meeting with you and hearing your concerns, that shit got shut down while you took your Trump checks and you sat at home and you bought everything off Amazon. Guess who owns you? It's a company that's owned by Jeffrey Bezos. So guess what? Amazon owns you. You are their bitch. You don't like it? Don't order on Amazon. This idea that you can just go at them like this after everything that's happened. Call your mommy and report it. She might care, says West Coast Patriot Girl. Look, I will say this. It's incredibly unprofessional of the driver. The driver's a piece of shit. Absolutely. It's incredibly unprofessional to flip out that tyrant. But I'm guessing he's got a lot of packages to deliver. He's got to drive back and forth. Probably has to piss in bottles in between doing so. Maybe he's had to work with shit in his pants more than once because, again, he has to get these packages delivered on a time frame, and somebody locked him in. I mean, he probably can't afford to live in a gated community. So the whole gated community thing probably pissed him off a bit. Yes, a multi-billion-dollar company cares about one guy's feelings. Right? Jeffrey Bezos rented an entire island in Italy to get married this week. You think he gives a shit that your frickin' package delivery boy called you a... Like, he doesn't. He doesn't. And you ain't gonna get shit. I heard Amazon driver was arrested. Don't freak out, Johnny. Again, it wasn't a freak out. Like, that's thank you, couch scam. Don't freak out. It wasn't a freak out. I got sick of people telling me something that I didn't believe because they couldn't accept. Ah, fuck it. You know what? Oh, I guess, is this a freak out about the freak out? Oh, no. Fucking A. Anyways.
Community activist Najee Ali is now involved in demanding a meeting with an Amazon representative. We reached out to Amazon. A spokesperson sent us this response. It reads, the behavior exhibited in this video is unacceptable. Our team is investigating what occurred and will take appropriate action.
Or in other words, lawyers speak for, we don't give a shit. We're not going to do anything about it. It's a waste of money for Bezos to bend over for like $100 bill. You think he would take 3 minutes to listen to you? No, he wouldn't. The driver responded with, it's a gated community. I didn't think anyone like you could afford to live here. Aw. Cow Sam, double freak out. Got him again. Yeah. Which again proves the stupidity of the whole thing. Appropriate action, he's fired. Yeah, at best, this guy doesn't have a job anymore. Congratulations, that guy doesn't have a job anymore. You really fucking, you said it to him. You really said it to him. He doesn't have a job anymore. All right, exhibit unacceptable. Let's clear that and close. Okay, so we've got all of those going. Clear that out. Ooh, the AOC one's the next one up. Is it? No, it isn't. Reading prepare. Oh, the Starbucks one is the one. Oh, dude. Hey, we got the news doing it now. Warning, this video contains scenes that viewers might find disturbing. Awesome. All right, well, first I have to reload this page because it's not responding. Starbucks employee with OCD that makes it hard for her to throw away trash sues for wrongful termination. Florida Starbucks customer goes viral for homophobic rant. No. Not now. I want the... What the hell? Where's the video? Oh my God, do I gotta we'll reopen the link. I can't even reload the link. Is something wrong with the website that I had it on?
Let's stain with Bear, the #1 rated stain.
Oh, we're finally staining the deck.
Not today, we're not. With Bear stains, your deck will have.
Fuck off. I'm not staining a deck. Where is workplace? Oh, did I not get this one? Worker there. Oh, no. Nope. We got that one. Dude, they're having so much trouble loading this story. I can't get to it. What the hell? Son of a bitch. Well, we had a person to talk about. I'll see if I can find it another way quick. Otherwise, we'll just move on. Starbucks. Starbucks employee with OCD. We don't have a video? I wanted the video version. We had a video before. Why don't you have a video? Starbucks employee with OCD refuses to throw away trash. I feel like it's so easy to cover. No, these are hashtag OCD. I don't want hashtag OCD. Caused her to hoard trash. Why don't you have the video, you bastard? You don't even have a written story, so you need to provide the video, otherwise you have nothing but a headline. You dicks, you can't just give me this and call it a day. Makes it hard for her to throw away trash is suing for wrongful termination. I feel like if you are hoarding garbage, you don't get to sue for wrongful termination. It doesn't matter if it's a medical condition or not. Oh my God, it fixed itself. After we get done with an ad, we can pull this up. And... spoiler alert, ladies and girls. Digger's here.
Hello.
It's a damn conspiracy. As soon as the ad got over, this site can't be reached.
Par for the course.
Goddamn Starbucks monopoly. They're like, hey, you guys like coffee over there? You're not going to get any more if you don't take down that story. Let's catch up with the chats. Hey, everybody, we're welcoming our girl Digger to the program. Welcome to the program,
Would you be
Digger.
able to share screen with me, please? Over in Discord. All I got is your pretty face.
Oh, turn off camera. We got to switch it to the virtual webcam. There we go.
There we go. Now I got both our pretty faces.
Yay. Are the trash
Hi, guys. How you
receptacles
doing?
large enough at Starbucks locations to be able to fit loiterers, says Mussolini Diff. I don't know about that. Did you sign here on this line stating that you could do all of the duties of the job you are agreeing to do? I mean, yes, Mussolini Diff, they did. But apparently it's not their fault that they can't because their OCD doesn't let them throw away trash. You're serving food, okay? Guys, I have this horrible condition where I leak pus from my cysts. Then guess who's not working in the food prep industry? Fucking you. Well, that is discrimination. Next, you're going to tell me that pus ejecting Americans are not allowed to make pies. No, they're not. No, they're not. You're ejecting pus. I like how you can't handle pus ejections. That's nice.
Oh my goodness.
Very, very, very nice.
I don't like the idea of pus and food in the same go.
Well, again, what's the difference here? You have a person who's like, I know trash isn't necessarily pus. Like a piece of paper can technically be trash. That's not gross. That's not bacteria ridden. That's not like completely mess. But again, if you can't throw away trash because of your OCD, you can't work here. The whole suing them thing. This is like the story that I did earlier on the English teacher. The whole suing them thing seems like that was your goal. You worked that job. knowing they would have a problem with you having this issue. But you used this issue as your justification to keep your job. And when they took it, you're like, well, now I'm going to sue. Like, you don't have grounds to sue. You can't fucking clean up after yourself. My OCD prevents me from being fully functional for any and all entry-level jobs. I'm going to sue. Right? This is like me suing a fucking exercise gym because they have a stair machine. Like, that's not fair. I can't use the stair machine and you have them. Like, yeah, fuck off. You're not supposed to be able to. I wish we could just dismiss suits outright on the fact that they're just stupid. Just like, no, you can't file this lawsuit. Why? Because it's dumb. Because you're dumb. You want the people in this company to allow you to keep hoarding garbage. No. And keep in mind, they hired you. They gave you a chance to overcome your condition. It's the firing you for doing that part that you have a problem with. I have a problem with you for doing that. Were you here yesterday when we covered Donald Trump's tweet? Donald Trump.
I can't even think of yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, I was here. Yesterday
fucking
was Wednesday.
Airhead over here. Well, yeah, I know you were here, but I mean, do you remember the tweet? Donald Trump wrote a tweet criticizing AOC for the condition of her district, stating that it's a district he was born in and raised in initially, like it's his hometown kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he's disgusted with what it's become. So to fight back, she couldn't point to any policies or practices or laws that she's done to make things in her district better for the people who voted for her. But she did say that she is, quote, a Bronx girl. That was her tweet. Now, because he said he was a Queens guy, she decided to say, hey, also, I'm a Bronx girl. You should know that we can eat Queens boys for breakfast respectfully. So again, when Donald Trump said that your district has gone to shit, that there's, street markets and whores and all of that, and it's become a third world hellhole, her response is, well, you grew up here, but I grew up here, so that means I can kick your ass.
And
own. I want to say before we go any further, nice own, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah.
What?
That's great.
I love how you can't prove that you're not the piece of crap politician you said you were, but you can prove that you're from the Bronx. Oh, wait. Then we had this. Matt Slater decided to share his book here. If you're a Bronx girl, then why are you in my Yorktown yearbook? Give it up already. Remember, guys, she's from the mean, hard streets of the Bronx. And like every kid that grew up in the Bronx, she went to high school in Yorktown. Oh, my God. It's the my dad can kick your dad's ass comeback. It is. And the worst part is she made it up. And that part I could even could even excuse if it weren't this easy to check. If it were not this easy to check for someone, a verified Twitter account, to share this tweet of, hey, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez went to Yorktown. She's in my yearbook. And by the way, if someone wants to tell me that's a deep fake, I have to say, if you went that far to make that deep fake, there's something wrong with you. But that doesn't seem like a deep fake. I'm willing to believe that's real because I really don't think anyone wants to take that much time to fake where AOC came from. But then again, I don't know. Right. It's the internet. So yeah, so she tried to take on Donald Trump in that respect, ended up eating a whole shit ton of humble pie. That photo looks very Bronx. What photo? The town in blue is a suburb where I grew up. The town in red is the richer white suburb AOC grew up in. The area in the black circle way down at the bottom is the Bronx. Oh, dear Lord. So they continued to share. Oh, no. All right, guys. So again, AOC saying she's from the Bronx. So, guys, the town in blue, the suburb where I grew up in, right here, Bedford Hills. The town in red the richer, whiter suburb AOC grew up in, Yorktown Heights. The area in the black circle is the Bronx. Right. She grew up down here, but she lived and went to school up here. Oh, I have to take me off the camera. This is about as real as, oh my God, you guys, it's January 6th and they're out to kill me. AOC was saying that's like you're not even in
right.
You're not in Washington. I have to hide under my desk lest I fear reprisals from crazy Republicans. Right, but you're not in Washington D.C. She's so fake. She's so fake. Every time. The whole make the rich pay but never pay her fair share. Oh, like everyone has to pay their fair share, but the government should fix my grandmother's house, and I should continue to get money from people and make a whole bunch of money on insider trading and other shit. I shouldn't have to pay my fair share for that. Shouldn't have to pay my fair share for all of my crap. God damn. So everyone just immediately jumping on her with AOC grew up in Yorktown Heights, which is which is a $180 cab ride from the Bronx. She spent as much time in the hood as Elizabeth Warren spent in the Battle of Little Bighorn. Thank you, Jimmy Filila, for that. So yeah, just
St. Aaron's got it. Yeah, coming in at the same time. So pulling a Pocahontas.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
the classic Democratic, but I'm 1/16 Cherokee.
Yeah, it's like Hillary and her changing her accent depending on who she's talking to.
Oh, I keep Frank's red hot sauce in my bag, right, black people? You get where I'm at.
Yeah. Jeez.
What's the one thing people wouldn't think you have in your handbag? Frank's red hot sauce. Because it turns out you love that. I heard you put that shit on everything. So yes. Oh, I can close.
Awful.
Can close you reading prepare. I stream sniped you very briefly.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Yay.
So I hope you had fun.
Thank you.
All right.
I enjoyed the heck out of it.
we have an hour and 15 left in the show. I have my third hour stories to still load up. I might have to go use the potty in a second. So I might have you talk about what's going on throughout the week with everything going on with you. When we come back, though, I have a story for us. Kind of the last of the second hour stories. A Reddit user revealed that they like to eat lunch in the graveyard because they get left alone and there's not a lot of people there. And so now people are calling that disrespectful. The user began, you know what? I'll get into reading and talking all about it in a minute. I'm going to go pop off to the loo and grab me a wee bit of water. When we come back, or when I get back, I'll check the donos and stuff and see where all that's at. So if you want to throw in for a nice shout out, now's your time. And then I'm going to pull my camera off the screen, tell them where you'll be out throughout the week, and hang out with them for a minute. Here we go.
All right. Hi, Fallen AI Digger has arrived. Thank you. RP, would I start an OnlyFans or do live shows on Chatterbait? No and no. Thank you, no. That won't happen. There was someone who was saying, I missed it now. Something about, oh, darn it, I lost it. Oh, here we go. It was wild. Okay. Fun AOC poverty fact. Her dad moved out and took an apartment in Manhattan. They never divorced, and he supported both households until he died. Yeah. So she was hard up. West Coast had a friend from Bushwick. I know that's the hood because I've heard people rap about it. She struggled to keep her teeth in her mouth. Nice. All right. Johnny will be missed. Real host has arrived. Thank you, Full Scam Sam. And on the third bowl, Johnny rose again. 20 pellets of raptor turkey coming in tomorrow. Good. Good. Did we decide on what kind of raptor we're doing? Because I know there was large debates. So I don't know what was ever decided upon. But if it's coming in, that's wonderful. We got a lot of people asking for that jerky. And as an aside, anyone here, potentially criminal Sean, or as I call him, potentially Sean, he's got a stuffed doll of himself. Is that like merch? Does he sell a stuffy of himself? And does anyone know where on earth they got that doll from? Who made the doll? I have a desperate desire to know who made that doll. I would really like to make the Johnny doll up in the top corner of your screen. Johnny doll there. I think that